Hi everyone, Scott here. Today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be covering all of the Balisongs that I have collected since I've joined the hobby. So if you didn't know, I have been flipping Balisongs in the hobby for about 5 months now. I have been doing YouTube about the same amount of time. I'm not very good at flipping. While I flip, I tend to talk about positive things. Today's video is not going to be one of those. Today's video is just going to be kind of a rundown of what I've collected since I've joined the hobby, and if I would have the knowledge to go back and do it again, what would I change, if anything? First things first is this 3D printed Balisong that I have. This actually got me into the hobby. It's a very simple design, 2 handles, 2 pins, and a blade. And believe it or not, it flips. It opens, it closes, it does rollovers, it will fan. Not incredibly well all the time, but it's passable to get you an idea of what Balisong flipping is like, and whether or not it might be worth your interest to pick something up. So that was the first thing that I got 2025 that got me into the hobby. From there, I ordered 2 Balisongs simultaneously because I did not know what my preference was going to be. I ordered the Squidy-U by Squid Industries because I knew that there was a plastic option, and I ordered the Teflon Vulp by Nabalis as my beginner first option, metal option. Immediately upon receiving these, I started learning tricks. I got the Vulp first. Don't really remember what tricks I had first started on, but was completely blown away by how the Balisong sounded, how it felt in the hand, especially with the Teflon coating. You always hear about Teflon for non-stick pans. So the idea that you would use Teflon for a Balisong to aid with the grip was just really strange to me. But needless to say, it gave me all of the grip that I needed. As far as the Squidy-U, this one was a little bit different. It was a lot lighter, so I could flip it for extended periods of time. Additionally, it was a lot more square. So when it was time for me to learn rollovers, because the handles are so square, I was able to really pinch down on the sides that I wanted to be parallel to the ground, and it really helped me dial in the specifics with regards to what I was trying to do, and it helped me do it. Additionally, once I started getting wore out by flipping the metal Balisongs, oftentimes I would switch over, and will still switch over to the Squidy-U because it's lighter, so I can go back to it, keep flipping a little bit longer than I would have been able to otherwise. From there, the next Balisong that I picked up was the LDY Orion S. And as you can see, I picked it up with the comb blade, particularly because I had a beard at the time. So I was all things Balisong and all things comb, and knowing that I could get a Balisong comb, I was just very, very excited. Absolutely love flipping this thing. It is a dream to flip, which is strange for me to say, given the fact that one of the things that I've learned since I got into the hobby is that I prefer a handle bias Balisong. And this one does not scream to me as being exceptionally handle bias, and the reviews that I've heard from other people don't indicate to me that this is an exceptionally handle bias Balisong. Additionally, I'm not a big fan of round handles because they can rotate in your hand. And this particular flipper has very octagonal handles, which allow for it to roll, but it also has flat surfaces which allow for you to pinch and refrain from letting it roll if you don't want it to. So it rolls amazingly, but you can kind of control that because it does have flat sides. Next up, we get around my birthday, where my wife had gotten me this Flytanium U.F.O. The interesting thing about the Flytanium U.F.O, I really enjoy flipping it for two reasons. Number one, it has just such a satisfying clack to it. The closure is nice to listen to. Aside from that, though, because it doesn't really have a blade, it is so weird to flip. You know, obviously you can chaplain on it, because I was just doing that. Aerials are weird because it twists and turns in ways that, you know, a normal Bali wouldn't, because it doesn't have that blade dynamic to help with the balance. But it's fun, it's interesting, and it's part of my collection. Next is the LDY Kite-AL. I got it in the electric blue. Neat thing about this one, as I have done a video on before, LDY also released 3D print files for replacing the scales if you want to customize yours further. I did just that. I had originally printed up these pink scales for it. Then I wanted to try some orange to get that Goku vibe of orange on blue. But when I did the orange, only 2 of them came out. So then what I did was use the orange and pink and blue all together. And that color palette really, really popped. The only problem is, for me, I was using PLA, being the print material that I was printing with. And it's so much lighter than the G10 that it changed the flipping experience for me. The Kite-AL, especially with the G10, is very, very, very handle biased. And losing some of that weight made it feel very dead in the hand for me. So while I really, really liked the fact that I could customize the color and the look of it, didn't like the way that it flipped after doing so, so promptly switched it back to the black G10 scales. Next up, around October, there was a drop on Squid website for Ghost lineup for the, what was it? It was the Kraken, the Nautilus, and the Mako. I really wanted to get my hands on the Mako, so I was able to pick up the Mako in Ghost White. I have since named him Gil. He cannot stand me. I have a love-hate relationship with this Balisong because I can't flip it very well. Not a huge fan of the Cerakote coating. Not thrilled with how it grips. I am getting more comfortable and more familiar with it. So the flipping that I do is usually okay. He is a hefty chunker. But yeah, I just really like the super, super white aesthetic. That's basically what brought me to that one. Then I picked up the Thomas Balisong Refault. I got it in this silver and jade green. This one also has a very handle biased flipping experience. this is probably the one, if I had to say what do I carry most frequently, this is the one that's probably in my pocket the most. This is not my favorite flipper. It probably is my most comfortable flipper, in that if I want to do something, I'm usually pretty confident that on this particular one, I will be able to accomplish whatever it is I'm trying to do. If not immediately, then eventually. So I'm pretty confident with this one. Next, I had done something that I said that I wouldn't ever do, which is I purchased a clone. I'm not happy with the fact that I purchased a clone, but I am happy with the fact that I own this particular knife. So I was watching a video, a Pez Flips video, and at the end of the video, he had noted that one of the Balisongs that he was flipping, he was going to be selling. And that particular Balisong had scales on it that were made by the Buffness. So not only am I a huge fan of Pez, I'm also a huge fan of the Buffness. So being able to get my hands on a knife from Pez with scales from the Buffness, it was a no-brainer. I had to go for it. So that's the next one. These are not the Buffness scales. I took those off because I really like the feel of these ones. These ones are a lot thicker. The Buffness scales were a white scale. But yeah, this is a clone. I'm not going to give any of the details on the clone because I don't support clones, but I own it. It is sharp. I don't flip it often. When I do flip it, I flip it very, 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 very carefully because it can cause damage, which I'm not a big fan of. I will do a very light flip with this one. It's just very, very different flipping a live blade. You have to be much, much more intentional, cautious, careful, aware. So no talking while I'm flipping a live blade, and it's always going to be crappy flipping. Next up, so technically speaking, that was my first of my Christmas Balisongs. That was a gift that my wife had gotten me for early Christmas. Next up is the next Christmas Balisong that I got, which is just one of those metal Amazon trainers. This one has a dragon on the side and has a comb blade. Totally flippable. Stainless steel, so it's heavier. It's unequivocally the heaviest Balisong that I have. Makes flipping it a lot different. Additionally, it's significantly shorter than my other Balisongs. But again, just like the U.F.O, it's a different and unique flipping experience. And because of that, I love it. Next, for Christmas, I got the Nabalis cheese. I got mine in blue, so I have blue cheese. Had you asked me a month ago something that I would have changed in my Balisong journey, I would have said that I would like to have started a month later. So instead of getting the Teflon Vulp, I could have gotten the cheese because there was so much positive being said about the cheese. Now that I have the cheese, I can definitively say that I'm glad that things worked out the way that they did with regards to what I got, how I got it, and when I got it. The Vulp is a much easier, for me, as a beginner, it was a much easier balisong to get started and learn on. For me, the bite indicator is subtle, both on the blade and on the handle. But very often I'll find myself doing a chaplain on the bite side, and I'll think to myself, 1.5 spins in, am I on the bite side of the blade? And come to find out I am. It's just, whereas with the Vulp, so here's the difference. You got that little notch right there, right here, on the cheese. Whereas if you choose the wrong handle on the Vulp, your finger is going into that and you're going to feel it. It doesn't hurt, it doesn't break the skin, but you definitely feel it. So that's the cheese. And last up for my Christmas balisongs, and last up for my 2026 or 2025 list of balisongs that I have collected since joining the hobby, is the LDY Orion 1.5 Live Blade Christmas Edition. So this, as you can see, has, let's see if we can get that in focus, snowflakes on the blade, green, red, and silver handles. And this one flips a whole lot easier than the clone. It's a lot lighter. It's very slippery, very, very slippery. This was the one that I was most looking forward to this this holiday season. All right. A few call outs that I have on my desk. I have this spoon, balisong spoon, balisong fork, and another balisong comb that I had gotten for Christmas. Then I have this other 3D printed balisong that you actually use the hardware, the spare hardware that comes with balisongs that you purchase, and you can use that spare hardware to make an additional balisong. And then also this one that I just kind of stumbled across last week, which is an exceptionally flippable on bushings balisong that has a weight adjustment system both in the handles and in the blade insert with 5mm ball bearings. Right now I'm using stainless steel. I would like to get my hands on some tungsten 5mm ball bearings to give that a shot. The thing is with this, it is flippable, and the ball bearings definitely give it momentum. But despite the fact that it is flippable and it does have momentum, it is exceptionally light. It feels like you're flipping a feather that has 2 weights on the ends of them. So very awkward, very interesting. But the beauty there is you can print it up in whatever color pattern you like. you know, and kind of make it your own. That is everything that I have for you guys today. I can't think of any. Oh, I also have my my hot dog Balisong. But with that, that's everything that I got. If anybody has anything in my collection that they thought was cool, that they like, that they want to see me flip more of, go ahead and post it in the comments. Otherwise, we will see you guys in the next one. Thanks, everybody. I love you.